What's up, guys? Welcome to 3E Thursday. Coming at you. This is Coach Cody from EP Fitness and Personal Training. So I actually wanted to get into this. Check this out. So here's what I created for you guys, and I wanted to talk a little bit further about sleep. In the last two 3E Thursdays, I have gone over programming and exercise programming for success. I have gone over food choices and nutrition. I gave you some solid principles there. Again, this 3E Thursday, engage, empower, equip. We want to make sure that you have the tools and the tactics to be successful. And so I wanted to talk for a few minutes about sleep. This is the way you take your muscle building and your fat burning to the next level. Okay. Like, quite frankly, if you're somebody who is only sleeping, like, let's say 3 hours a night, this is something that becomes a difficult conversation on my end because there ends up not being a ton that we can do other than help you get as good quality of sleep as possible. And then hopefully over time, help you to see that it would be worth your time and effort and energy to have the correct conversations, to have the proper environment, to have the proper support system, to have the proper boundaries that would allow you to get more sleep. We get it that seasons of life can be tough where you're getting 4 or 5 hours a night, but you shouldn't have to live your life at 3, 4, 5 hours of sleep a night. And it's really going to take an incredibly terrible impact on your health. So let's get into it because I have some tactics here that I wanted to share with you. So number one, I wanted to just make sure everybody understood and understands the power of sleep. The power of sleep. What am I talking about? I've got my sheet right here with my notes. Okay. If you are struggling with these things, okay, then these are signs that your sleep habits are not working for you. So if your mind is foggy, all right. Second one, if you're getting sick a lot. Okay. Third one, if you're unhappy. Okay. While you sleep, we produce fresh neurotransmitters and regulate hormone production. And interference with that causes impaired regulation of emotions, heightened stress, low mood, possible increase in risk of depression. Okay. Backing up to your mind is foggy. When we experience and learn, what we experience and learn gets cemented to memory while we sleep. So interfering with that can cause reduced alertness and concentration. It can cause confusion, impaired judgment, forgetfulness. And then back up to the getting sick a lot. If we don't sleep a lot, our T cells go down, our inflammation goes up, and it results in increased vulnerability to viruses and bacteria. It causes acute increase in risk of getting sick. It causes an increase in risk of heart disease and other inflammatory related illnesses. Okay. And then the number 4 and 5 on here is if you're struggling with your weight. Okay. So poor sleep is linked to disrupting your appetite regulation. It is linked to causing you to feel hungrier. It leads to an increase in calorie intake. And honestly, when you're tired, you are more likely to eat the higher fatty, higher sugar foods, which are usually not ones you want to eat more of. Okay. And then lastly, if your workouts, oh gosh, I'm spending your. Whoops. Okay. Okay. If your workouts feel too hard. So if your workouts feel too hard. And what I usually like to tell people here is, like, if you're coming off of hardly any sleep at all, expect your workout to feel a lot more difficult. Okay. You could be working out after you get hardly any sleep and you're looking around going, why am I in this bad of shape? I'm not in this bad of shape, am I? And yet it's because of the sleep you've got. Okay. Now, moving on though to the next thing I wanted to go over was just prepping for a good night of sleep. Okay. Let me move this. I'm going to draw some more text. Okay. So prepping. All right. Wake at the right time. All right. So you'll feel better and more alert if you wake up from a light sleep stage. Okay. Some apps do this, but consider a device or app that senses sleep cycles and rouses you at an optimal point. Okay, if you are awakened by light, if that's possible, this light naturally raises cortisol, which is a good thing in the morning. The slow rise helps you feel alert and relaxed. Okay, get moving right away. Don't just sit there in your bed forever. Okay, so be awakened by night. Okay, and then get moving right away. Okay, Be careful of alcohol. Okay, beware of alcohol and caffeine. Okay, what this basically after 2 p.m. or having more than 1 to 2 drinks in the evening can interfere with deep sleep stages, and you won't ever be able to get into a deeper sleep stage. Okay, exercise. You guys know this one. Regular exercise helps to normalize the body's 24-hour clock. Okay, it optimizes hormone levels to exercise. It regulates your fight or flight system. If you work out super intensely though in the evening, that can make it harder to fall asleep. Okay, don't overeat dinner. Okay, it can be harder to fall asleep. It is harder to fall asleep according to the research when you eat a massive dinner. Right, so eat a medium-sized dinner. All right. Clear your mind. Okay. This is a good one where you can journal. Okay. You can journal or clear your mind. My wife and I love to decompress with each other in terms of just talking, in terms of just hanging out, or just discussing the day and that type of thing. Okay. And then sleeping at least 7 hours. Shoot for minimum. It used to be 8 hours, but they changed it to 7 hours. Okay, so those are good. Those are tips for a good night's sleep. More tips than that. Okay, a couple more tips that I have for you guys in terms of the sleeping. Right, would be have a stress management plan. Okay, so whether that's going to be you looking through just doing yoga, meditation, prayer, reading, gentle movements, those types of things. Oh, having sex, those types of things can activate the calming chemicals that allow you to sleep. Turn off electronics, okay, for 60 to 90 minutes. Don't be on your phone or computer before trying to go to bed. Okay, take a bath or shower. That can definitely relax you. It helps us de-stress. Set your room to appropriate temperature. Set the temperature. Okay. It's optimal to not sleep in like 80 degrees, right? Cool it down to below 70, probably 67, 68 would work. But find what works best for you. And then this is one I do is make the room dark as possible, as dark as possible. I literally use a sleeping mask, okay? Because the more light you let in to your purview or to your point of view, the less likely you are to get into those deeper stages. So I hope this helps. Take this, and again, this is all research backed. This is cutting edge stuff. A lot of times what can be the struggle is like not necessarily learning this stuff, but it's actually putting it into practice. So if you have any questions about this, definitely ask me, ask one of the CSRs, the CSR that is there for your support. You can ask them about it and they can help you come up with something, but this can be a huge deal. Okay. All right. I love you guys. I can't wait to hear about you guys and what you guys have implemented on your sleep. And I will talk to you guys later. Okay. Stop.